Senate passes record $858 billion defense act, sending bill to Biden. So let me just give you a quick history on this bill. The 2022 budget was $778 or $779 billion. Already way too much. Every year, doesn't matter who's in the White House, who controls Congress or the Senate, bipartisan support, up, they give more. Every year. When Trump was in office, all these Democrats voted to give him more money. It goes without saying. Biden asked for $802 billion, which is already a disgusting amount. Democratically controlled Congress voted to give him $839 billion, 37 more billion than he asked for. It got approved, of course, bipartisan, no bickering, no fighting, no nothing. That got sent to the Senate. The Senate gave it even more money. We're coming in at $80 billion more than we were getting in 2022. This is the 2023 budget, this 858. You remember, of course, recently, a couple months ago, the clean energy bill or whatever, $378 billion spread out over 10 years. Oh, it was all these fights and big speeches on the floor of the Senate, and the media was covering it morning, noon, and night. Nobody asked how we're going to pay for this. Nobody. It just gets rubber stamped, and no one in the media says how are we going to pay for this. That question is literally never asked. We've already sent whatever, $120 billion to Ukraine. No one's asked. And in this package, more money for Ukraine, more money for Taiwan, because Russia and China are so evil. Tell me, guys, in the comment section, write down how many Russian bases are in Canada. How many Chinese bases are in Mexico or the Caribbean? Hint, it rhymes with fun. There are no bases in our hemisphere at all. And then go look up and see how many U.S. bases surrounding China and Russia. We have those countries surrounded. If we cut our military budget in half, this new one, we will still be spending over 230 billion more a year than China spends on its military. China spends about around $190 billion a year, roughly. Maybe they've increased it, but if they got it up to 200, so what? We could cut it in half and still more than double what China is spending. And I want you to remember this, Bill. Remember this dollar amount. And they tell you, oh, they're getting fucking relocating pets for soldiers and stuff, like soldiers' pay is going up. Okay, great. Good for them. But really, this is lining the pockets of the defense industry. Weird that Defense Secretary Austin was on the Raytheon board of directors. That's so weird. I'm sure that's a coincidence.